Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with my next Let's Play, Olympia Soiree. We're playing a visual novel slash otome game this time, taking a little break from the other games to enjoy a story. Alright, let's get in here. Got some menu options it looks like. So, what is this game about? Let's see. I'm already liking the music just from opening up the game. Yeah, the music is very Okami-like, so very, very Japanese themed. And according to the box, the story, we have to restore light to a darkened world. The last surviving member of her clan, Olympia, travels to Tennyu Island to perform a ritual to bring back the sun. The heads of each district leads a society governed by rigid class structures. Able to travel between the districts, Olympia discovers their wonders and weaknesses. She searches for a partner to help bring unity to this imperiled land. Funny, her name is Olympia. Otherwise, this game looks very much Japanese themed. Just looking at like the outfits that the love interests are wearing. There also looks like there's a girl love interest. I'm not sure if that's a girl or just a boy who looks like a girl from experience. Sometimes they confuse you that way. But yeah, I was a little bit on the fence about playing this. The art looks amazing. The music sounds amazing. But the rating, it does say it's a mature rated game. But from what I've gathered, there's nothing really explicit. But there are some heavy themes. There's violence. There's blood. Other sexual themes and language. So I might be saying some F words. I don't know. Or substituting it for the F word. But yeah. Otherwise the art, they say it's tasteful. It's tasteful nudity. It's nothing full blown shown. But if you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. You don't have to watch it. Yeah, there's some other otome games out there that are a little bit more fluffy. I do like the fluffy ones. Sometimes I want something a little bit more actually romance and more heavy themed. Okay, so let's begin. But first, before we begin, we need to change our settings. Alright, skip form. We will be skipping some dialogue in the future when we need to do bad endings, because yeah, we need to do bad endings to get little CG pictures. Do 100% it skipping, and we want that on. Skip speed, we probably want that to be fast. Autoplay, I probably don't need autoplay because I'm going to be controlling the play speed. Text speed, I usually like that, yeah. I like that to be fast. I just like the text to just appear. I don't like the scrolling. Text window, let's keep that the same. Compass dial, I don't know what that means, so I'll keep it on. Heroine display the heroine's avatar. Some people like to insert themselves as the heroine, so if there's already pre-designated art for the heroine, makes it a little hard to insert yourself that way. Guide. Oh, okay, I'm guessing that's the UI. I'll keep that on. Chapter titles. Yeah, I'll keep that on. Sound. I think the music volume is okay. Hopefully not too loud. I still want you guys to hear it, because I like the music. You should hear it too. I don't want to mute everything. I will lower the movie volume, though, from experience. Sometimes the music volume's just great, and then you get to a cutscene or a movie, and then, it just starts blasting. Sound effects, I'll keep that the same. Sister voice? What is it? Choose a voice, I'll play in the menu. Oh, is this I didn't hear any sister voices. The dudes. Will the dudes say stuff in the menu? Oh well. Yin Yang voice. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Okay, so we probably want to turn off these voices. Oh, I think I can just turn them all off that way. I'll just put it to 0 as well. Yeah, because we are going to do our own voices, so sorry about that. If you want to hear the nice, sexy Japanese voices, I think there's a lot of, like, high-profile actors, like, voice actors for this game that, like, I know from, like, other anime, but yeah, if you want to hear those, get the game. We're gonna do our own crappy voiceovers, so hopefully I don't know you. We're just gonna have fun with it. Oh, wow, there's a lot of characters, oh dear. There is a lot of there's a hamster. Alright. We have to pull out the voice modulator for some of these. It doesn't look like there's that many magical creatures, and usually the voice modulator makes my voice sound a little echoey, so usually I just like to use those for magical creatures, like in Cafe Enchante. We'll see. Medley. Configuration, I think I'm fine with these controls. Just gotta know how to skip. Sometimes the skip button is like set to a trigger. Alright, so hopefully that save. Yeah, okay. That saves everything. And these should be empty. Oh, history is our save data. Alright, let's begin the story. Everything else should be empty, so... Nothing in there yet. Alright, first chapter, The White Maiden. Hakua. My dear sweet child. Listen carefully and promise me. Promise that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I just know the other half of your soul is out there, somewhere in this world. Mother? Okay, is this our mother talking? I'm guessing we're Olympia. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll do well. You are your father's daughter. Is that a flashback? Mother? Ah! I opened my eyes and my room slowly came into view. Was I dreaming? There's a hamster. Uh-oh. There's also a glossary. Hime, an old Japanese term used to address princesses. As Daifuku, is that the hamster, has pledged his allegiance to Olympia, he refers to her by this name as showing of his affection and respect. Okay, in case you, like, didn't know Japanese terms. I remember that from, like, old anime. They'd be like... They would just, like, keep certain Japanese words in the subtitles, like, oh, nakama, and then they had to, like, do a note, like, explaining what nakama, like, means. Okay. So we're like a princess to him. Maybe I'll use a voice modulator for this guy. I have a gnome voice that I used, like, very briefly. Hopefully this doesn't sound funny. I apologize.
Good morning, Hime.
Good morning, Daifuku. That is his name. Isn't that like... That's a dessert, right? A Japanese dessert? Like mochi? This little white mouse was Daifuku. A White Mouse clan. A unique clan of mice that understands human language. They are said to be messengers of the gods. Like, my cat's just, like, going crazy in the background. I decided to leave the door open for her because there's not, like, too many wires coming out of me, like when I play a 3DS game. There's a lot of wires coming out of me there, but yeah, I'm hoping she doesn't entangle herself. Daifuku, a member of the White Mouse clan, who met Olympia when he wandered to the surface. He loves eating Daifuku rice cakes and has a plump white body much like them. He is the eldest of 3 siblings. There are more hamsters. Alright. I mean, he is a hamster. they make a lot of babies. He wandered into the manor some time ago, and he has been living with me ever since. He talks, so...
Did you have a bad dream?
Did I worry you? You're so sweet. No, it wasn't a bad dream at all. I climbed out of bed and took Daifuku into my hands. Sun goddess Lady Amaterasu. Alright, goddess of the sun, worshipped by not only Olympia, but all the women of the white who lived on Tennyu Island. Alright, got mentions of Amaterasu. Yeah, it just feels a little bit weird that her name's Olympia. Like, after playing Cupid Parasite with all those, like, Olympic gods, and then, like, yeah, it's just, like, her name is just Olympia now. It's just, like, a Greek reference. Thank you for this blessed sunlight. As a descendant of the Tennyu Island White, I pledge my eternal devotion to you. Alright, what the heck is that? An island once inhabited by the women of the White that is now completely deserted. It is separated from Tennyu Island by a sea and surrounded by whirlpools that prevent passage by outsiders. And we got just white. A unique color trait held only by the women of Tennyu Island. Olympia is the only known human of white blood living on Tennyu Island. We got lore.
The sun is very nice today.
I haven't told you where I was born, have I, Daifuku? Oh, pan into that island over there. I pointed to a small island offshore. You see that island? It's called Tennyu Island. I lived there until I was 5 years old. But those days were long gone. It's completely different from Tennyu Island. There's no power, no running water, no carriages. So it's like a little bit, it's like a slightly more modernized, like, Japan setting. So we got Tennyu Island, an island where strict traditions are upheld to respect color above all else. It is ruled by Hiriko and the leaders of the primary class, while Kotowari and the military ensure that order is maintained. Alright, I smell something really bad. No wonder the cat, my cat was like zipping around. She probably pooped. And yeah, she's very excited. She's doing the poop zoomies. Anyway, got the definition of a carriage. Tennyu Island's primary mode of transportation, also referred to as fiacres. They're employed to transport both people as well as cargo and fine goods. Is there any trains? Is there any trains yet? But the sea is full of beautiful fish, and there's always plenty of delicious fruits for us to pick. There's also a lovely crystal clear spring. I could not have been any happier living here. Or living there, rather. The dream I had was about that island. A dream of my mother who passed away. Oh, okay. Is she an orphan, or does she live with her dad? Did you know that today is my birthday? I think Lady Amaterasu gave me such a wonderful dream as a gift. I turned 18 years old today. Oh, she's legal. Listen carefully and promise me. Promise that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I just know the other half of your soul is out there somewhere in this world. A prickling heat rose to my cheeks. Hey Fuku, I heard that the women on this island look for their soulmates when they turn 18. Do you think it's possible that I could find my future husband here too?
I'm sure you will.
I wonder if you really understand me. You keep squeaking at everything I say to you. Is she just imagining what he's saying? Like, doesn't actually know. I mean, I guess. Do that to your animals, have a conversation, and they're just like looking at you, all weird. Or they just respond back. Because, yeah, they get a reaction when they respond.
I do understand. I know what you're saying, Hime.
I wonder if the people on this island will truly accept me and love me for who I am. What color will I blend with? Blending, a euphemism on Tennyu Island that is sometimes used to refer to the act of mating. Okay. It is the process necessary for passing on color traits to one's descendants, with the ultimate purpose of preserving color classes. This seems like a very dystopian society. There's color classes? Let's move on. My eyes wandered over the assortment of colors reflected by the morning sunlight. The caste system on Tennyu Island defined everything by color, even where a person lived. So we got caste system or color class. One's caste determined by the color traits exhibited at birth. The caste system orders the white at the top, followed by the primary, secondary, pied, versi, and darkness tiers. That must be the red district over there. And the blue tiles there must be the blue district, and... Alright, so we got red district, an area of Tennyu Island inhabited by the people of the red. Its structures are characterized by red tones and European-style architecture. And again, we got the blue district. Right, is there gonna be a yellow district? An area of Tennyu Island inhabited by the people of the blue. Its structures are characterized by blue tones and Japanese-style architecture. They're like opposites. European versus Japanese. They're probably in contention with each other. We got the maid. Lady Olympia, your breakfast is ready. Olympia, the last remaining white. She is called this name by the people of Tennyu Island as her true name is kept secret. She has the power to make the sun shine through her dance. Okay, that sounds important. More lore. I turned around to see a maid standing behind me. Please forgive me for entering your bedchambers without permission. I knocked several times, but I didn't receive a reply. I was worried. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you knocking. I bowed my head slightly. Now then, before the food gets cold. I'm assuming she's not an important character. If there's no portrait, it's usually not an important character. I always ate my meals here. I sat alone at my small table with the maid looking on. What a fine day it is today. The sea is shining so brightly. You can even see Tennyu Island. Maybe I'll go for a walk outside. What? The maid gave a start, almost dropping the plates in her hand. Is she not allowed? You must have found it very surprising coming from me. But please excuse me. You certainly could go outside. By all means. Okay. Maybe we just stay inside all the time. But will you be alright going by yourself? I can accompany you if you wish. It'll just be a short walk around the manor. It'll be fine. I'm so glad. You rarely ever step outside your room except when you go on stage. Is that so? Now I'm quite certain something good will happen today. It is such a lovely day out after all. I gave a small nod in response. I didn't mean to ignore what she said. This woman with her light brown hair tied back in a simple knot had only come to serve me a short while ago. I know she means well, but I don't know how to act around her. I've completely forgotten how to associate with other people. That's right. Before you go, please be sure to wear your color ribbon when you're outside. Color ribbon, a tag used to designate a person's color class. This ribbon is required to be worn by Tennyu Island residents on the surface. It is not worn by criminals or the residents of Yomi. Okay, we got a very much class-based society. You're gonna have to have badges to, like, get around. Or maybe we may forget. Maybe forget later. Shall I tie it to your dress? Yes, thank you. The color ribbon identified one's class on Tennyu Island. It must be worn at all times while in public. And like the fact that it's like a star kind of looks like the Star of David. Though I must say, it's a shame that you're wearing a yellow ribbon when it should be white. I am under the care of Doma of the Yellow after all. Grandmaster Doma, the leader of the Yellow. He is an outsider who took Olympia into his custody when she was a child. Indeed. The reason my ribbon is this color is because I can't escape from here. Ever since that day. Just stop! I'm going back to my island! Don't come any closer! I hate you! Oh, wait, this is Child Olympia. Leave me alone! Everyone is still there waiting for me! I know they are! Okay. Are we gonna get more context about that? But today I'm 18 years old. The same age as my mother when she met my father. I hope something changes today. As I prepared to leave the manor, the gatekeeper came running towards me. Lady Olympia, is there a problem? I was thinking of taking a short walk. What? He took a step back and stared at me in surprise. Oh my goodness, going outside. It's fine, I'm not going to escape. No, I would never think of such a thing, but God, it makes you think, like, is she a prisoner? Like, I mean, they seem to allow her outside, though. He's only been here for a few years, so he doesn't know that I tried to escape before. Oh. Are you sure you don't need anyone with you? The repetitive nature of our conversation accurately illustrated my life here. Olympia of the White was always confined to the estate of Doma the Yellow. Don't worry, I'll be back in about an hour. But please be careful and have a nice day. Okay, we got the Yellow District. All the buildings in the Yellow District are painted in yellow. I looked at all the houses lined up in an orderly fashion. Doma was the leader of the Yellow, so his manor was located in the middle of the district. The Yellow District, an area of Tennyu Island inhabited by people of the Yellow. Its structures are characterized by yellow tones, and there is a large river that runs through the district. I'd only ever passed through the other district by carriage. It's the first time I'm actually walking around here by myself. I never had a reason to do so before. A carriage brought me to the wharf near the stage, or on occasion to the beach. Dawnlight Stage. A sacred stage out on the ocean where Olympia performs her ceremonial dance as a prayer offering to the sun. No other person is allowed to step upon it. Also, no one could lay their eyes upon me. At the Central District next. The gate looks so magnificent from here. Oh, a skyscraper? Oh, it's like a shrine. Wow. That's a big shrine gate. I could always tell it was large even from afar. That is a skyscraper-sized shrine gate. The shrine gate stretched so far overhead that it seemed to be reaching for the sun. Supervisor. Why, Lady Olympia? Oh, what? Oh. The construction site supervisor came running towards me, then bowed with his head to the ground. Please stand. I'm not here to reprimand you. I always felt uncomfortable when people bowed to me like this. And all because of my standing. I was only looking to see if the gate was close to being finished. The man stood up and dried his brow with his handkerchief, looking up at the shimmering gate. Yes, it's nearing completion. It's been under construction for some time, hasn't it? Yes, sir, so I've been told. Miyashira. That's a mouthful. Miyashira, a shrine that has been under construction for generations by order of Hiroko. It is made from the show of those living on the surface. Are they gonna say who Hiroko is and show? Okay. It was said that long ago that Lord Hiroko Okay, this is the supervisor talking. Commanded a grand shrine gate to be built on this island. Hiriko, the creator of Tennyu Island. He is in existence, revered by the people as a god. Alright, using the souls of its residents. That doesn't sound ominous. A distance away, some of the workers were sorting glittering crystals. The crystals, known as Sho, were made of human souls. Sho, a crystallized human soul. The color of the crystal varies depending on the person's color traits and their state of health before their passing. These crystals are used for different purposes, depending on their color. Do we have, like, soul gems here? Oh, guys, kind of giving me Ascendants of a Bookworm vibes, too, because they had, like, they called them Fae Stones. And those were also different colors. Like, according to, like, what gods or, like, magic you, like, specialized in. Alright, so we just have casually building with souls. The souls of people who passed away on Tennyu Island were transformed into these crystals. Our gods, the outsider, Lord Hiriko, is said to have traveled here by boat from the other world. Alright, we have outsider. Those who arrive from beyond the whirlpool at the edge of the ocean. The people of the island generally see them as gods. And then we got Otherworld, the world where outsiders lived before finding their way to Tennyu Island. We're doing our best to complete it as soon as possible. We hope he will be pleased. The least we could do since our great Lord Hiriko created this island and all of us here. The outsider? Lord Hiriko. There are other outsiders here as well. Okay, so not just one. The Sundial Plaza. This is like an obelisk. Is that like... It looks like not Japanese. It looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs on there. Like it's like a mishmash of like a bunch of cultures. It looks like. This is Sundial Plaza, isn't it? What is Sundial Plaza? Tell me, Glossary. Glossary-kun. Sundial Plaza, an open area where vendor stalls are set up midday. There's a dial on the ground with 12 parts, each etched with one of 12 horary signs. The central tower drops a shadow onto the dial to show the time. I tried to stay inconspicuous as I walked around the place. Aren't those passion flowers? Passion flower, a flower resembling the face of a clock. The fruit born from these plants are edible and commonly known as passion fruit. And passion fruit juice. White and purple flowers grew all around me. I've seen them in books before, but never in bloom like this. They look a little like Iroha flowers. Iroha flowers, a wildflower that grows only on Tennyu Island. Its petals are white with hints of red. As I gazed in wonder at the flowers. Hey, over there! Could it be Lady Olympia? Oh, what brings her out here so far from the manor? Should we go and pay our respects? Forget it. It's not like she'd listen to us commoners, you know. She doesn't speak at all, even on stage. I walked towards a nearby bench, pretending I couldn't hear them. No one spoke to me or dared to make eye contact because I was Olympia. I was just a doll to them. No one knows my real name. My true name was... Oh, I get to name myself. I'll probably just keep it. Default Byakuya? That's a pretty name. This name cannot be changed. New story needs to be written if a different name is chosen. This is fine. Confirm. We shall be Byakuya. My true name was Byakuya. But I never told anyone. I would only share it with those precious to me. Look at how white she is. She's so creepy. Isn't that the girl from Tennyu Island? Which means she's of the real white lineage. Should we try to nab her? What? Just thinking about that day made me tremble with fear. I should already be used to this by now. But I hope something good happens to me today. It is my birthday after all. Don't jinx it. She's just as white as she looks on stage. Completely pale all over. Her hair and her eyes. Hard to imagine she's even human. I nearly lost my mind when I first saw her. Back then, the sight of her gave me chills. She looked like some kind of white monster. Of course, I'm glad she's here now. White. Just looking at her gives me a fright. She barely looks alive at all. Who knows? Maybe she really is some kind of doll. Would explain why she never smiles. I bit my lip as I endured their gossip. Oh yeah, she'll sure smile now. And just calling her a monster. She'll just beam at you. No, I can't take this any longer. I regained my composure and briskly left the plaza. Love interest? What's your name? I think we actually saw his name on the voice sheet. Actually, I do have a character sheet opened. Let's see, what voice should I give him? I like how the character sheet I have like lists. It doesn't have like that much information, but like it lists some like personality traits. Like the protagonist is like a bookworm, naive, nature lover, and then it has like other terms like watashi or like boku. I'm like, they're just like what? This is like Japanese like nouns that you refer yourself to. But this guy says he's like serious, blunt, assertive. I don't know. I can only think of one voice, and that's like the Russian voice that I gave like Shelby. Was it the white? I'm surprised the doll finally left the manor. Then again, it looks like she had enough. Olympia, was it? The name leaves a bad taste. Byakuya. Oh, he knows my name. Today is your birthday. I need you to come out of the Ama no Iwato. What is that? Ama no Iwato. According to lore, a cave where the goddess Amaterasu retreated and hid herself for a time. Okay. It's because Olympia or Byakuya just hides herself in her room. I'm back, Daifuku! Now I gotta get my voice modulator back on.
Oh, you're back early.
I went outside thinking something wonderful would happen on my 18th birthday, but nothing did. Just people talking behind her back. It's so easy to smile with you, Daifuku. But not with anyone else. I've kept to myself for so long that I've forgotten how to interact with others. The people of Tennyu Island, I don't think they want to look at me anyway.
Hime.
Then again, maybe I was expecting too much for my birthday. To think I had a glimmer of hope that I'd find my husband the moment I turned 18. Just like, love at first sight, stumble into him. I guess I've been made naive by my mother's dreams. It's almost tea time, Daifuku. I wonder what's... Oh, who dis? It was him. You have returned. Who's him? Come in. Hello. You sure have an outfit on. Also, got like a bunch of, I just noticed a bunch of crud on my screen. Makes it look like he has like freckles on his face. Let me scratch that off. Okay, what voice should I give him? He looks kind of serious too. It seems nothing came to pass. What do you mean? For a moment, the sky appeared to bear an ill omen. Huh? I rushed out into the balcony and looked up at the sky. Everything seems to be alright. I was not mistaken. The sun darkened slightly and flickered. The sun? Your rituals tonight. I shall prepare more show in case they are needed. You must cleanse your heart and sharpen your mind in preparation for your prayer to Amaterasu and Hiriko. I understand. This man was Doma, leader of the Yellow. Alright, not a love interest. And this was his manor. Although I was of the White, the reason I was here was... Speaking of which, I heard you stepped out today. Did you think I was going to run away? You know very well that there's no place for you to run. Is that a threat? I mean, I guess it is an island? Gasp. Oh, Lady Amaterasu. My 18th birthday was no different from any other day. Oh, what? Ah! Gasp. Suddenly, a roar thundered across the ocean. What is this? I've never heard anything so loud before. I lived near the sea all my life. Sounds like the wind. Maybe a thunderstorm. This is the first time I've heard anything like it, although as though the earth and sea were about to split apart. Could this be another omen? Unable to keep my balance, I reached out to the railing in an effort to steady myself. No. Turned dark all of a sudden. Ah? I leaned over the balcony to see what was happening to the island. Doma! The sun! The sky and the ocean turned black. The sun's brilliance had vanished, and the world was shrouded in complete darkness. And there's still some stars in the sky. The sun! It's gone! Unbelievable. He looked sharply at the sky, then quickly turned to me. Olympia. As descendant of the goddess Amaterasu's servants on Tennyu Island, and the last of the white lineage. Make haste and dispel the darkness at once. Return the sun to its proper place. Yes, I will! There were preparations to be made prior to my going on stage. No matter how urgent the situation, I was to cleanse myself at all costs. My prayers to Lady Amaterasu would not be heard if I was unclean. And when dancing on stage, I needed to wear an iroha flower. The flower acted as a conduit between me and Lady Amaterasu. The flower could only be found on Tennyu Island. The show on the island were used for two reasons. Crystals made from the souls of those who lived on the surface were offered to Lord Hiriko through the Ama no Miyashira. And the crystals made from those who lived underground were offered to Lady Amaterasu. They're like the duller. They look a little bit more dull. They become sustenance for the sun to shine. Oh, she's a. I just noticed her new outfit. Like, interesting. Not very Shrine Maiden-y. It looks like a mini skirt. My name is Byakuya, the sole survivor from Tennyu Island and servant of the sun. I was the only white remaining in this world. Dispelling the darkness was my mission. My destiny was to bring light to this world. Oh. Lady Amaterasu, can you hear me? Please shine your divine light upon us. Let's take a good look at her outfit. I mean, it's not like super risque, but yeah, it does kind of look like she's wearing like a mini skirt like bikini combo. Like, still looks very pretty though. Very long hair. Let the brilliance of the sun bless this world and its people. Oh, we got the movie. Okay, hopefully this isn't ridiculously loud. Let's see what the movie shows off. Usually it shows off the love interests and the people responsible for this game. Yeah, very colorful. Got Akaza. We have Kuroba. Is it Kuro? Is it because he has black hair? Riku? Yosuga. Himuka. That one looks like a girl. I don't know. And Olympia. I'm kind of interested in Himuka because she does look like a female love interest. But according to the walkthrough, I have to. You can't do her right away. You have to do a few other routes. Some other character. Wow. Look at all those funny outfits. Oh, hello. Let's see, who will we fall in love with? Looks like the main love interest is the red guy, Akaza. So we'll have to do him last. Oh, okay. This looks like the doll and the iron mask. This is the next chapter. This actually might be a good place to stop. Okay, yeah, this will probably be a good place to stop. 45 minutes, although I think I did spend a lot of time on the title screen. Alright, if we assume that, then probably each chapter will be around maybe like 30 to 40 minutes. Time-wise, that's assuming that's the case. Some otome games, they don't really like time the chapters very well. Like, some will be really short, some will be super long. But this is a good pace, I feel like. Cafe Enchante, I tried to do like one chapter per episode. That was not a good pace. Like, we had some chapters that were like an hour, and then some that were 3, and I'm like dying at the end. But yeah, world seems pretty interesting. I see some dystopian themes perhaps up ahead, because yeah, they keep referring to color, to like color districts, and I mean, they're like making something with souls. They're making a shrine gate with souls, and then powering the sun also with souls. So how are they getting these souls? They say by the deceased people. If we're going based off the game's mature rating, though, maybe probably guess that not all of those people died of natural causes. Yeah, we'll see how this is. It looks pretty, but there's some like dystopian vibes that are coming out with like the glossary terms and like based on what we read so far. Let's see. Can I save? The history, right, was like where all the save files were. How many? So I got 99. I will have to make some separate saves for when I do like bad endings. So maybe I'll like do those at the bottom because I'll have to like, because the guide's like to do bad ending 1 reloads save file 1, but obviously my save file 1 is not going to be the same as the walkthrough save file. I'll start with that. Save file 1. We'll probably do the other ones at the bottom though. Save complete. Anywho, yeah, I'm enjoying this. Has some interesting themes, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. I know otome games aren't for everyone. But yeah, it's something I like. I'm very much into otome games, and I would like to read a lot of like historical themed manhwa and a lot of like villainous genre like comics and manhwa. That's like a new popular genre now, is like the villainess turning to be actually be a good person. But yeah, this is not a villainous genre one. It's our typical naive good girl character. She has a nice design though. She's not basic. She's definitely not basic looking, even though she's like completely white. she has power. It looks like she has to dance. She has to dance on stage. And yeah, she has very, very interesting design. Kind of makes me wonder if maybe she's supposed to be Amaterasu, because in Okami, like the White Wolf was Ami or Amaterasu. Anywho, I'm just babbling at this point. I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh, bye-bye.